I'm Jim Oddie. On the program this morning, it's the 9th annual Arts Gala at Wright State University. Coming up March 24th. This is your opportunity to get involved in supporting the arts, education, the future of stars on Broadway, movies, television, all facets of the entertainment industry. They're coming from the Miami Valley. Now, what's different about the Arts Gala? Your ability to talk to the performers, get to know them. They're all students at Wright State. In the next 30 minutes this morning, we'll talk about the Arts Gala, the performing arts program at Wright State, where you fit in both as a patron and as a fan. Our guest on the program this morning, very involved in putting this year's event together. They're anxious to share it with you. Let's meet them now. Jenny Buckwater is Assistant Dean of Wright State University's College of Liberal Arts. Candy Preselowski, I hope I have that correctly, in the Arts Gala. Host Committee Chair Mark Anthony Howard, a freshman at Wright State and musical theater major. Thanks for being here. Jenny, let's talk about the long history now of the Arts Gala. It's hard to believe, 19 years. 19 years. In fact, Mark is 19 years old as well. So the Gala and Mark are the same age. So we started in 2000, and this is an event that has grown every year. The momentum has picked up. We have over 800 people come out to our newly renovated Creative Arts Center to support our students and enjoy about 6 of the best hours you can spend all year long enjoying entertainment in art, music, theater, dance, film. It's jam-packed full of great entertainment. Mark, what was your first impression as a freshman at Wright State? You go, hey, they have this great event. The year builds towards this. Just your first impression briefly.
Of Wright State?
Of Wright State and this event specifically.
I was pretty intimidated coming into Wright State with all the talent and the students that were older than me. So coming into Wright State was pretty scary, but I'm excited to be here because it's a wonderful program.
Candy, how long have you been involved, host committee?
Since the beginning.
Since the very, very beginning. Why stay? Why put all your time and effort into this?
Because theater has been my life, pretty much. Other than the military, I have been a strong prior entertainer of some sorts. And it's awesome. You get the most bang for your buck at Wright State. Their productions are phenomenal, phenomenal. I mean, my husband, when he was alive, he used to go all over the world and see theater productions. And it goes back many years. Evita, he had just come back from England and saw it, and he goes, I am not going to Wright State to see Evita. Well, he comes out and he goes, that was better than what I saw in Europe.
That's incredible.
And just recently with Les Mis, oh my gosh, people that saw it in New York raved about Wright State. You couldn't even get in to see it. It was fabulous. Wow.
This event is coming up at Wright State. The Arts Gala is a benefit to benefit the students there. So, Jenny, how does this work? And how important is this benefit production to the program there at Wright State?
It is very important and critical for our students and their success. So the event raises around $200,000 annually for scholarship support, and since we started, it's raised over $2.5 million. And so this is just tremendous. If you buy a ticket to this event, if you are a sponsor, and we have many generous sponsors, if you purchase an item in the silent auction, all of those proceeds go directly to our scholarship fund for our fine and performing arts students. And this support is so vital to keeping them on track. It helps recruit students like Mark, who's a freshman this year, helps them realize they can afford college and make it happen. And it helps them stay on track to graduation, to be successful and focus on their craft and not spend so much time worrying about how to make ends meet with some part-time job. They work very hard and I'm sure he can attest to the time they spend in the classroom, on stage, training, in the studio. They need to dedicate that time while they're to getting better at their craft and not worrying so much about the bottom line.
Candy, what's it like being around all of this talent and then seeing them go on? And we'll talk in greater detail later about that well-worn path from Wright State University to all these different industries that I've mentioned here. But what's it like to be close to them?
It's amazing. I mean, you do not realize the quality of these kids, as I call them, these entertainers. And we have been so blessed that so many of ours have gone on to Broadway and other theatrical places throughout the world. And to be a part of that from the beginning, but to see the enthusiasm on their faces when they're performing is unbelievable. I mean, they give it their all, and they do it with professionalism first class. I am so proud of all of them.
So, Mark, from your point of view, what's it like also knowing now that that financial support is there?
It's very comforting when I got my letter for receiving the ArtsGala scholarship. You know, like she said, I realized that I could pay for college and continue my passion for theater.
And what is your goal here? Currently, I know a lot of people start out thinking, oh yes, I've got this, you know, in my 5-year plan, my 10-year plan, you'll have your talk show or your movie or whatever. But where would you like to start? You know, there's so many people have come through Wright State and gone on to some really great positions in the industry. Do you have somebody who you would like to follow?
I'd like to go to, after I leave college, I'd like to move to Atlanta, Georgia, and get into the film industry there, because, you know, a lot of people want to go to Hollywood or New York City, but I feel like those places are saturated with actors, and Atlanta is on its way up, and I think I'd have a better chance there. So that's my plan after.
At the ArtsGala this year, we'll see a lot of those people who are attending to see performers. Who are these people, Jenny? Where are they in that process in their time at Wright State?
The students, some are freshmen like Mark, and they'll be performing in our various dining rooms. Every room in that building practically is full of some type of student entertainment. And the students are all along the continuum of their studies. Some of them are going to graduate in another couple of months and just ready to launch their career. But this is something that we try to get our students involved in from the very first year that they're on campus, because it gives them really good exposure with the local community, helps them get accustomed to performing, and as we've already mentioned, their opportunity to interact with our guests while they're there that evening. That's something really special, I think, for the patrons, but also for the students, because for them to see this full community support of what they do and what they're passionate about, and knowing that they're buying these tickets and bringing money to help support their education. I think that's very valuable for the students to see that in a time when sometimes the arts are a bit under attack.
Yeah, so Candy, how did Wright State develop this program, especially over the years, and its image? A lot of people who might live right here in the Miami Valley may not even know what a great school, what a great program this is.
Well, if I would have graduated in Ohio, I would have been in the first class at Wright State, probably. So, and it goes back to Mary Ellen Macy, who was the one that came up. She's a former dean at Wright State, a good friend. We served on boards in the city of Beaver Creek together. And she got this idea to bring this talent and opening it up to the community. And it took off from day one. Nothing like it is now, but that seed was planted, and that seed has blossomed into, I mean, just a dozen thousand roses with students like Mark. I mean, to watch them evolve over the years. And you find out when you're at the theater and you watch a student, you know, like Mark, for example. And 2 years later, you still see him there, and 3 and 4 years later, and it's like raising one of your own. You're so proud of these kids and what they have achieved. But they do not realize the hours that they put in. I mean, you know, they've got to do all the rehearsal and all the practices, but they've also got to do all the schoolwork. And without these scholarships, they would try to have to find a second or third job and couldn't devote the time that they need to make their talent grow. I am so proud of these kids.
Mark, your specialty is what we just have a minute before the break. What do you really enjoy most about all of the work that you do at Wright State on the performance end of things?
I enjoy acting the most. I can sing and I can dance, but
I see those clothes.
I mean, people say I'm a good dancer, but we're forced to take, well, not forced. We get to take ballet and jazz, and I'm not the best in those areas. But people say I'm pretty good at dancing, but I enjoy acting the most.
Okay, when we return from the break, we're going to talk about in greater detail about how to get involved with the ArtsGala here at Wright State University coming up this in just a couple of weeks. Stay with us in WHIO Reports. We'll be back in just a minute. to WHIO Reports. I'm Jim Oddie. On the program today, the Wright State University Arts Gala, now at its 19th year. Check my Facebook page for updates on future programs, also information on the gala this year. I'm on Twitter at JOddie, WHIO. Our guest this morning, Jenny Buckwalter, the Assistant Dean at Wright State University's College of Liberal Arts. Candy Prestolowski, the Arts Gala Host Committee Chair and longtime volunteer. Mark Anthony Howard, freshman at Wright State and musical theater major. I want to take a look at last year's event. A sample of some of the music gives us a pretty good idea of what's ahead at this year's Arts Gala. That's the Arts Gala at Wright State University coming up in just a couple of weeks. Tickets are available now online. Jenny Buckwalter, how do I attend the Arts Gala? How do I get tickets?
You can visit our website, wright.edu/artsgala. You can also call 775-5512.
Do I need to buy those far in advance, slightly just before, the day of? How does that work?
I would say get them now. They are very popular. We had over 800 people attend last year, but we will sell tickets right up until the day before the event.
One of the things that I wanted to show that video clip of the performances themselves. One of the things that impressed me was the wide variety. I get so many people who are promoting events in the Miami Valley, and it's fairly limited. It's just country music, or it's just dance, or it's just drama. This spans everything that's done at Wright State. Candy, can you fill us in? The theory here is to show everything that you do at the university.
And it shows it all. I mean, we're not just talking about dance and theater like you're talking about. The sculpturing. There are kids out there sculpturing and showing how they make things at sculpture during Arts Gala. There's kids out there painting. They're doing it all. We've got mimes going up and down through the main entrance all the time. I mean, they're all the students that have gone through this, and it's phenomenal. You can see we have classical music as well as pop, all types of genres is there that night. You know, you've got opera, so there's theater films running. There's nothing there that if you are interested in entertainment and anything to do with the theater in any perspective that you're not going to find at the gala.
Okay, for the students, Mark, I'd call upon you here to describe to us, what's it like when you're in a production like this? This is not a class assignment where you're going to go off and do something and you sit that on the shelf. Okay, that's done. This is more of a process. I see it from the outside looking in. But what's it like for you? What do you get out of this?
Well, this is my first Arts Gala, so I'm not really sure what to expect. The way she was describing it, it sounded like a Great Gatsby-like party. But I'm very excited. I'm in a production called Broadway to Hollywood, where there's going to be multiple performances from multiple performers singing Broadway songs from musicals that have been made into movies, or vice versa. So I'm pretty excited. We haven't started the rehearsal process yet, but when we do, it's going to be wonderful.
And as a freshman, can you walk onto the stage and demand, say, okay, look, here's my spot. I want a nice, bright spotlight on me, because I'm going to be somehow, some way, going to have my big solo here and my big dance number, because we know you're a very good dancer. Can you demand that, or maybe you have to step back a little bit and let those juniors and seniors take that?
I mean, I'm sure I could if I wanted to, but the directors are pretty good with, you know, giving everyone their proper time on stage and time in the spotlight. So I don't really have the need to say something like that.
A little bit of philosophy about the Arts Gala. Jenny, we don't see any other benefit production program like this at any other institution in this region. Forget about the state of Ohio. Was it a conscious effort to put this together so comprehensive, performance-based, centered on the students themselves, correct?
It was.
Why do that?
This predates me. Candy was around for the very beginning, but as I understand it, our dean at the time, Mary Ellen Mazie, really wanted to showcase our amazing students in the fine and performing arts. It's a gem what we have at Wright State, and more people need to know that. You can come to performances all throughout the year that are either free or very, very affordable and see what our students are doing. And she wanted people to know this. She wanted people to know, come to Wright State and enjoy the arts all year long. And second fold, we wanted to raise scholarship support for our students so we could continue to grow the programs, continue to support our emerging artists in what they were doing. And so it's been very important that we foster that type of collaboration, and it's very unique. We've looked across the country and no one else seems to be doing anything quite like this, and it's really hard to explain. Mark will have to come tell me what he thought of it afterwards, because words sort of elude the description of this event. You arrive to the main entrance and enter, and there is this great big commons area full of amazing food and students and guests everywhere, full of energy and excitement. We kick it off with a trumpet fanfare and a wind symphony and some opening remarks by our new president, Schrader, who this will be her first gala as well, so we're excited to see what she thinks. And from there, the evening just opens up, and you pick your own route, and everywhere you turn there is different student entertainment. There are dance performances. We've mentioned lots of different activities happening in music and theater and art and film, and the food is phenomenal. You really will find something that you enjoy around every corner, and 800 of your best friends are doing the same thing.
Let's pursue how the kind of your strategy for how to attend this year's event. Once you get your tickets online, you then can choose. Okay, look, I want to go listen to a little bit of orchestral work. I want to go look at some drama. That's all going on simultaneously?
There's a lot of overlap. We repeat performances, so if you miss the first dance performance, you catch the second or the third. Main stage productions of Mystery of Edwin Drood, you could catch that multiple times as well. But we do put the schedule out in advance. Many of our guests who are longtime attendees look for that schedule, and they actually plot out their route for the evening so that they catch as much as they can. But I don't think it's possible. We've grown so much with the renovation and expansion of our Creative Arts Center. I don't think you can probably do it all, but that's part of the allure of the event, I think. We leave you wanting just a little bit more, and then you come back next year.
Candy, for those people who attend this event year after year, what kind of feedback do you get? What kind of response?
Well, that's why it continues to grow. The feedback has, I think once you go, I don't think you're going to stop going to ArtsGala. There's just no way. I mean, that was my feeling the first time. I thought, well, okay, this will be all right. And, you know, are you kidding me? I can't wait till the next. I can't tell you what it's like to be chair.
Mark, has Jenny told you not only the history of the arts program at Wright State, but also the long story of her close relationship with Tom Hanks?
We go way back.
Has she told you that?
No, she
When
hasn't.
freshmen come to Wright State or to the liberal arts program, are they told of that relationship between Jenny and Tom and the directors there? And are you told, you're like, Tom Hanks loves Wright State?
You think?
Yeah, Tom Hanks is mentioned a lot. Every time I tell someone I go to Wright State, they go, "Oh, Tom Hanks!" Like, yeah. So I'm pretty aware of the love that Tom Hanks has for
We have
Wright
1 minute before the break. Jenny, tell the 1 minute version of that story of how Tom Hanks, the Hollywood mogul, he's done everything in Hollywood and around the world, literally came to have this relationship with Wright State.
Our artistic director for musical theater, dance and motion pictures, Stuart McDowell, knew Tom way back when they were both in New York City, and they connected at that point. Stuart cast Tom for a play, and subsequently Tom hit it big and became famous and world-renowned, and Stuart and he fostered a relationship over all those years. And once Stu came to Wright State, he of course was very passionate about our amazing students here and continued to share that with Tom and kept Tom close. We've had film majors go on to graduate and work with him directly on some of his productions, and so we've fostered a really good relationship there. And I love walking across campus every day and seeing our Tom Hanks Center for Motion Pictures right there.
We'll take another break here. When we come back, we'll talk in greater detail about the Arts Gala, when it's happening, how to attend, where to get those tickets, and the benefits to students. Stay with us on WHIO Reports. Back to WHIO Reports. Reports on the program this morning, talking about the upcoming Arts Gala at Wright State University. This is on March 24th. Our guest, Jenny Buckwater, Assistant Dean of the Wright State University College of Liberal Arts, Candy Prestolowski, the Arts Gala Host Chair, Mark Anthony Howard, a freshman at Wright State in musical theater. I want to have you touch again here, Jenny, about ticketing information for the Arts Gala, when I should be getting those tickets, and how to attend this event. This is at Wright State, at your campus, your
At Wright
facility.
State in our Creative Arts Center. We have a website with a wealth of information, wright.edu/artsgala. You can buy your tickets online. There's more contact information if you have questions. And you can go and see past year's photos and videos, a sample of the schedule, lots of additional information online.
Okay, for those patrons who might have gone to other benefits, Candy, they might think, oh, I go, I stand there, or I sit there, that's a couple of hours here. My impression, that is not this. That is not the gala.
You
This
are
is
moving.
more of a participation than anything else.
You are moving and you are seeing, and you can see anything you want at any venue. You can have whatever you want to eat. The food, like Jenny said, was phenomenal. But every venue has something going on. There is no way that you are going to be bored or that you're going to see anybody standing alone in a corner not doing anything. Whether it's in the cigar tent, I'm going to take your thunder, bourbon tasting,
Sure, we have
whatever.
bourbon tastings, tequila tastings, sparkling wine, craft beer. We'll have a little college basketball going on. A silent auction that will have some amazing baskets this year. We're going on to mobile bidding, so you'll be able to even see what you want to bid on well in advance of the event. But you want to get your tickets now. They're selling fast.
Okay, for an event like this, Mark, so how do you prepare for this? There are many, you have your other classwork to be done, plus you have this then special event. How do you pull that off? There's only 24 hours in a day.
Yeah. I'm in a lot of rehearsals right now. I'm in an a cappella group. We rehearse for that like twice a week. I'm in a couple D-Lab productions that we rehearse for, which is real late at night, like 10 o'clock at night to 12 o'clock. So it'd be like the cherry on top. It'll be pretty fresh.
Before we end the program here, I wanted to ask, and I've asked this of many of the performing students who've come on this program in the past to talk about the Arts Gala. Will you, right at this moment, make a commitment to come back and be on the show when you are both rich and famous and on Broadway, or have your first
Of course.
or your own show?
I'll most definitely come back here.
Okay.
I would love to.
When your first album comes out, then
Yeah.
Jenny will call me, and then we'll come back and bring you on the program.
Okay, cool.
And that's it. Jenny, again, the website for this for ticket sales here.
Wright.edu/artsgala.
Okay. The one thing I wanted to end on also is that after 19 years, it seems you are still growing. So this is going to be around for a while. This is a great opportunity for those people who don't know anything about Wright State University but want to come and sample the arts program here. This is a good opportunity.
This is a great chance to see everything we offer in the fine and performing arts in one place at one time, and guaranteed you will want to come back many times after.
And an opportunity to show your support for the
Absolutely.
talent like Mark. Very good. Thank you very much, Jenny and Mark and Candy, for being here. Thanks to those people who have been watching here at home and listening on WHIO Radio. If you're interested in what's going on at Wright State University, check their website.